Let's record this bitch. All right, let's get our 4 points in there. And then hopefully, wait, no, I don't think we discovered any new books. And also it's the end, you know? So let's just go ahead and max that agility. I don't really think that it matters at this point. So let's just put into like, I don't know, psychology, a little bit of manipulation, never hurt anybody, or it greatly hurt people. And yet again, you know what I did think was interesting about this playthrough? The manuscripts didn't follow. Like if you maxed out, or if you didn't use any, it didn't follow through to the next chapter, which kind of, I mean, I guess it's unlikely that you would have found more the next go around, but it depends on how vigilant you were starting out, I guess. Let's go, y'all. We have to get back in the ether. Oh, there's a lot that happened.
Where am I?
It's all right, son. Don't panic. It's over.
I'm back? Where are the guests?
I invited them to go up to their rooms. They're resting. Don't worry.
And they have no
Gregory?
memories of that happening.
We won, Louis. It's over.
He's dead?
Definitively. Now the way is clear. At any rate, rejoice. Great things await us.
What did you do to him?
I devoured his soul.
But
Yeah.
I didn't see you use the Holy Lance.
The
Indeed
Soul
not.
Devourer.
I didn't
Isn't that
need
one of the
to.
paintings?
Can't you guess how I did it? The Lance of Longinus is just a vessel, Louis. It could have been any object that had the blood of Christ on it. The blood of an ancient, more precisely. But I didn't need the blood of an ancient. You see, I have been in dear Lord Mortimer's physical body for longer than my brother has been in Sir Gregory.
He is an
Rowe's.
ancient?
Therefore, I am an ancient, Louis.
Oh. But why?
He was your brother.
Yeah.
Why did you kill him? He never meant you any harm.
Oh, Louis, I am exhausted. Let's talk about this later.
I bet he was father's favorite, and it was jealousy. Because I think they did say Mortimer was prone to jealousy.
No. Tell me why now. I want to understand.
Stubborn as a mule. After
Truly, my son.
centuries of trying to convince him, I assure you I had no other option than to do away with him. He would never have allowed me to depose our father. In the past, he had already opposed me, and sometimes very violently. He seemed to you like a man of peace, because you did not represent any danger to him. But I can
Such
assure
manipulation.
you, he was not.
Such
With
manipulation.
anything to do with our father, he would be merciless. In any case, what's done is done. I'm going to rest in the dining room. Join me there when you're ready. The time has come to end this little antisocial gathering.
Time has come. Hopefully we get to talk to the other guests.
His family is
before.
rotten to the marrow. I did right not to trust them. Right. All I have to do now is confront Mortimer.
Oh, that's it. That's all we have to do. Go and confront Mortimer in the dining hall. We couldn't have... Oh, hey. I'm so glad I found this book that I can definitely put into at the end of this chapter.
Chronicles of the Amber Princess.
All right, I've read that like 4 times this playthrough.
Character.
I should have gone and looked every single chapter. I should have gone into nearly every room to find all the items. All right, let's go to the dining hall. I don't know why we couldn't have just confronted each other right then and there. I guess maybe you could go talk to people, but I doubt they would yield any additional dialogue. Let's just pop some of those bad boys.
Now's the time to join Mortimer. I won't be able to go back after.
Is there anything, like, I'm trying to think if there's something I'd actually truly want to do. Unless, can we go back into the ether? I need to, hold on. I actually do need to go back real quick. Only because I want to see if it's possible to go back into the ether and save all of those people. But how do we get into the ether in the first place? Through the council room. Which means we need to go all the way around this way. I doubt we're going to be able to go back, but if it's at all possible. I didn't bring everybody else out with me. I don't even know how I would have done that. I can't. Okay. So you can't go back into the council room. That just is such a fitting picture now. I think that one's called Devour. The Devourer.
Saturn devouring his son. Good God, how awful. Everything in this painting is disturbing. It's the first time I've seen brushstrokes like this.
Maybe somehow we can get back to the ether after this conversation.
Right. Now's the time to join Mortimer. I won't be able to go back after...
It is time.
Here we go.
Louis, at last.
You wanted to
With
see
the
me?
butterflies
Let's
on
get
his
it
chair.
over, shall we? I've grown tired of all this. But before we begin, I would like you to give me back the Holy Lance, please.
He
Now
knows.
that Gregory is gone,
We got the right one.
you won't be needing it anymore, and I prefer to put it back in its place.
I no longer have it.
Oh my god, we have to use so many. I put it back in its place. What is it? Oh, do we even know what our father's susceptible to? Oh man. Immunity, conviction, and science. Okay, that's actually good to know. That's conviction, so it doesn't matter. Manipulation, though. We could play him at his own game. It's gonna cost about everything we have, but I think it's worth it. We can also...
Didn't Monsieur Bonaparte give it back to you?
No. So, the rascal stole it from you, did he?
It's not something I'm proud to admit.
Let's go.
But yes, he thought I was trying to rob you and that it would compromise the conference.
How typical of him. This conference will have been one of the most eventful I've ever known.
I'll just have to take your word for it.
Before I get to why we're here,
All
you
right.
must know that I've been watching you very closely over these past few days. I was impressed by your intervention to prevent Peru from killing himself. You remind me of myself when I was starting out. As far as the door of my crypt is concerned, it is a pity that you lost your hand while trying to open it. You committed a serious mistake in proving unable to tell your sisters apart.
All right, I don't need to
causing the
recap on all the
death
horrible
of the
things
most
I've done.
promising of the two. I remain proud of what you achieved for me by falsifying that letter to the Pope on behalf
That was a
of
good part.
Piaggi,
I did crush that.
because I know that was not an easy task. But the important thing is that you escaped the worst with Volner, because he could have killed you when you were in the guise of Piaggi.
Yes, it was a bit touch and go.
Which
Man,
leads
what
me
would have
to a
happened
chat
if I had
about what
just been
I
murdered?
envisage for you now. You are the chosen one.
He's gonna
Louis,
push us off the
one
edge.
I've been waiting for all this time.
Thank you,
We are going to be able to become one.
What?
I don't quite follow you.
Be proud of yourself, son, for you are the one I have chosen to be my next mortal coil.
Why can't he stay in Mortimer?
What about me? Am I imagining things, or did he just tell me to my face that he's going to eat me?
Unfortunately, no, you won't survive the transfer. But I want you to know that I only select my bodies from my own children, and that you are the one
Mortimer
who has
once was
impressed me
one of his
most.
children, maybe?
It's far from being my first time, as you can imagine. I didn't think it was possible to find a more promising son than dear Augustus. You can be very proud of yourself.
Wait a second, hang on. Do you realize what you're saying? Are you insane?
Oh, come, my son. Let's not end everything on a bad note, please.
Oh yeah, no.
Bitch! He's not going to get away with this so easily.
Get the lance.
I won't let you do it.
What on earth are you thinking? That you'll be able to kill me? This is ridiculous, Louis. Come
I can do
now,
this.
be
Confrontation! No.
reasonable. Don't fight.
What?
I won.
Wait, hold on. No, I'm walking like Mortimer. No. The transfer happened. Mortimer won. That can't be the end. But I didn't give him the lance back.
Von Volner tightened his political and spiritual grip on King Frederick William. On the death of the king in 1797, Johann retired with his wife to his country estate in order to continue his work on his theological and alchemical thesis.
There's no way.
Manuel Godoy's close relationship with Napoleon enabled him to claim a part of Portugal, as well as the protection of France upon the fall of the kingdom. He died in the company of his beloved mistress Pepita after recovering all his titles and properties. Napoleon Bonaparte.
Yeah, we never got our people back from the ether.
Military rise until his self-proclamation as emperor. His excessive ambition would cost the lives of 1,700,000 Frenchmen and leave France poorer and weaker than ever before. Deported and imprisoned by the British on St. Helena Island, he died on the 5th of May, 1821, as an exile to general indifference. During his second term, George Washington had to deal with a number of rebellions. He enraged public opinion by building close diplomatic links with Great Britain, which forced him to give up a third term in office. He retired to his country estate until his death, without being able to implement the annexation of the highly coveted Louisiana Territory. His Eminence Piaggi, having successfully accomplished his mission, returned to His Holiness the Pope with full honors. Although all his ambitions had become possible, to the stupefaction of his entourage, the cardinal preferred to retire to his Tuscan monastery, far from all political and diplomatic commitments. Fascinated by the techniques of exorcism and demonology, he dedicated the last years of his life to the study of Inquisition reports. On his return to Paris, Peru gave himself up to his peers of the revolutionary courts.
I have so many questions.
He admitted to being implicated in several state corruption cases. Found guilty of treason toward the Republic, he was executed without a trial.
Damn.
Nothing more was ever heard of Lord Mortimer. His sudden disappearance was a topic of conversation in the European courts, but only for a few months.
That can't be the end. The last move. I failed everything? You're right. Oh my god, no, that makes sense. Oh. I failed to kill Lord Mortimer. I failed to leave the island safe and sound. I failed to possess more. How is that even possible? How would I even done what? I did not take the Azif back to the continent. How would I have even gotten that? Where was the Azif, first of all? Don't remember that being a task. How would I have beat that in the last... okay. Why am I so bad at decision making, you guys? That is not the ending that I saw coming at all. First of all, the lance ended up being completely worthless. So the lance was worthless. We didn't retrieve anybody back from the ether. I don't understand how I couldn't even fight my father there. Like, is this really some failure set up from pre-existing episodes, or is this something that I just messed up in this final episode? All right, I have an idea. I know we can replay things, you guys. So let's see if we can replay it and get a different kind of outcome. There has to, like, we have to switch something there. Something has to be different. Bear with me. I can't end like that. Do I need to give him the lance after all? I didn't even find out if the lance was right.
Where am I?
It's all right, son. Don't panic. It's over.
I'm back? Where are the guests?
I invited them to go up to their rooms. They're resting. Don't worry.
Gregory?
Okay, we can skip. Okay. Yeah.
Now,
What?
All right, we're gonna skip all of this, you guys.
See, therefore, I am an ancient. Let's talk about this later. In any case,
All right, we can talk about that later. Doesn't matter, we don't trust him. Here's the thing. It tells us, are you sure you want to go back, right? Well, what if the Azif is what I need to grab here? Like, maybe there's two things I need to grab here before we go talk to my father. So, let's go. Who had the Azif? Volner knows about it. Volner has to know about it. Yaji. Oh my gosh, I should have put a heart rate monitor on for this one. All right, we need to go to the left and go to, oops, over here. We need to go to Volner's room, see if he has the Azif, and learn how to kill him. That's why we couldn't fight him, I bet. But that's so, if this is actually the case, you guys, that is so infuriating because it just says, go and confront Mortimer. It doesn't talk about anything else. We need to go one more. I would figure he would have the Azif already. Maybe because we didn't get to talk to my mother, she didn't tell us the answers.
Johan,
Louis, I haven't the
You
time.
have to.
what are you doing?
I'm getting out of here. What do you think?
Yeah, we should have
I'm
talked to
going as far
everybody
away
first.
as possible. Sir Gregory is dead. And in case you haven't grasped it yet, I am no longer safe here. If you value your life, you had better do the same.
Hey, wait a
No,
second.
no, I haven't time. Good luck in the future.
He doesn't have the Azif? Michael, please. All right, he didn't let us talk to him whatsoever. I say we keep... It's an empty room. Was the Azif in here? Wasn't the Azif in my mother's possession? That was just a book that we read every single time. Oh, we never did open this box.
The occult symbol representing air.
Oh, I did find one of these keys. Okay, well, we finally got to open this up. Golden elixir. And amber, I think. Multiple golden elixirs and amber. Where was the Azif? Was it in Lord Mortimer's collection? I say we go check out everybody's room. Let's go to all the other rooms. Yeah. What if maybe you can just leave the island? Maybe you don't have to confront him. Or let me think about the dialogue while we're going through these rooms. Thinking about the dialogue, what could have been different to where we actually could have fought him? All right, we can't go into Bro's room. What would have been different, y'all? He talks about how we're the perfect vessel. He talks about all of our accomplishments and the successes. Maybe my mother... Okay, this is Emily's room. Did we miss anything in here? These are the letters from the beginning.
The Lady's Waldegrave by Reynolds. Painted upon the request of the Waldegrave family.
How would we get
in an
back
effort
to the
find her
ether?
husband. Displayed like meat. It's disgusting.
Is it even possible to get back to the ether? Those aren't actual. I was thinking maybe by going back to one of the rooms where we went into, or maybe downstairs. Do you think we should go back to the... Also, what was... Oh my gosh. What if... Okay. What if Volner... Remember when he said he had been outside? What if he was taking the Azif outside? Like he was hiding it somewhere or doing something. We can leave. We could try to leave. Let's go down there and see what's down there. We need to explore every option because that will not be my ending. Or it is my ending, but we will change history. The Azif has to tell us how to kill him. What is
A
that?
sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any.
Why are we caring about seeds right now?
What is... Yes! Yes! At last I found
Yes!
Azif!
Yes!
Well, you gotta admit, you did give us a run for our money. Huh?
A page has been torn out.
The page has been torn out.
Flip. Okay, but we need to learn it. Ho! Holy skills. But a page has been torn out. The mere sight of it makes you feel like you're being watched. It is closed with 7 locks. We clearly missed some really good stuff, you guys. But does that unlock anything with our...
Some rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time.
All right, we already saw those letters. Let's go, y'all. And that explains why he went outside. Because Volner was working with her mother on that. But what does it mean? If a page was ripped out, maybe we go to Volner now. Maybe the key is to go back to Volner. I don't think there's going to be anything that way. But I bet you the key is to go talk to Volner, and maybe he'll give us something. Or talking to Piaget, or we're gonna exhaust every option possible before we go fight that demonic father of mine. Or maybe we should have gone down, actually. Gone down into the ruins, perhaps. But let me go talk to Volner first, because I think... hold on. Oh, no. Yeah. We're going the right way. How have I been... This is such a small space and I'm still forgetting everything. I don't know if we will have had to have learned the things first. We can't go in Volner's rooms, guys. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's try everybody else's room, exhaust all dialogue options, and then go to the gardens, maybe down in the... Who is this? Yeah. Actually...
My dear Elizabeth.
That's a good point. If that ending was true, my biggest question of all is... Who was the father? And where is the father? I think that is going to start to, as we're kind of exploring and hopefully getting to the very last option of this. I don't think there's anything left in here. Although, what was that? So, my thinking on this whole game is I think a lot of the answers come from your choices, obviously. And if we're making quote-unquote wrong choices or just different choices, we're not going to get the same answers. But I do feel like there's been kind of critical things for the plot that haven't been explained. Like pretty frequent things. Like Elizabeth seems just her death. First of all the deaths in this game have been very nonchalant. Like it's just like, okay, just another person dead. But then how are you going to talk about it being like my father, or sorry, my grandfather, his father, for so long and not, okay, we can't go in this room either. And not, like, explain that. Talking nonsense right now. This is my own room. This is my own room. A page ripped out. I thought this door definitely slides, and we never did quite figure this out, did we? I don't even know if you could, but... that has to be a secret door. That's gotta be a secret door. Otherwise, it's really weird scratches. We went through my mother's stuff, though. There wasn't anything there. Alright, on to the next room. There can't be anything. I am kicking myself for not finding the Azif sooner and being able to use all those skill points. Gosh. We have the right spear. We have to. Okay, we can go in this person's room. Oh, it's Elizabeth. I think that would conclude it. I know Bonaparte's room's to our right, so let's just double check that one, and then we'll head downstairs, go to the garden, see. I want to go all the way down to the crypt. I know that's going to be annoying and quite a walk, but I need to see. I need to make sure everything is... Whoa. That scared me. Ginger's been so sneaky lately, you guys. She's... Alright, we don't want to go over there quite yet. We need to go all the way around. I don't think we can go to the garden. Because this door is locked. Shoot, you can't. That's right. All right, we have to go again. All right, we need to change up our strategies though.
Right.
What if we
Now's the
give
time
him
to
the
join
spear?
Mortimer. I won't be able to go back after. Here we go.
Okay, let's try this one more time. I don't know if giving him the spear is the way to go.
Louis, at last.
You wanted to see me?
Let's get it over with, shall we? I've gripped it before. Now,
Okay. I do think we should keep it, but now we have the Azif, but we
I no
don't
longer
have that
have
paper.
it.
I put it back in its place. Nothing's gonna change. If I do the same thing, I don't think anything will change.
Didn't Monsieur Bonaparte?
no. So, the...
Heath?
This con...
Okay.
Before... As you
Okay, so he talks, and then he wants to consume
I didn't...
Are you?
the transfer.
He's not my
Come now, don't...
Wait, I have something else you want.
Here we go.
Well, look at that.
There we go.
You found it. Decidedly, you are very resourceful, Louis. You impress me right up to the very last. For Azif, I am willing to get closer.
Wait, hit the scumbag with the nail? Was that an option? Could you have found the original nail from one of the crucifixion? Okay. Oh my gosh, we're about to find out if this is the right nail or the right lance.
No!
Please, please.
No, not now! You've ruined everything.
Like father, like son.
It was the right lens! Woo! Let's go! All I had to do was go explore. Yes! That is such an anticlimactic ending. Just so... Oh, okay, we get a whole different ending. I'm walking out with them, right? Or maybe I'm not. I thought I was walking out with them, but... Okay, we see the same thing. Same people skip.
Von Volmer tightened his
All right.
political and spiritual grip
Crap.
on King Frederick William.
It won't let me
On the
skip
death
them.
Of the king in 1797, Johann retired with his wife to his country estate.
That was
in order
pretty
to
similar,
continue
right?
his work on his theological and alchemical thesis.
I think that was slightly different.
Manuel Godoy's close relationship with Napoleon enabled him to claim a part of Portugal, as well as the protection of France upon the fall of the kingdom. He died in the company of his beloved mistress Pepita.
That one,
after
I
recovering
believe, was
all his
similar, or
titles
if
and
not the
properties.
same.
Napoleon Bonaparte continued his political and military rise until his self-proclamation as emperor. His excessive ambition would cost the lives of 1,700,000 Frenchmen
Wow.
and leave France
1
poorer
million?
and weaker than ever before.
And he was still
Deported and
exiled.
imprisoned
Yeah.
by the British on St. Helena Island, he died on the 5th of May, 1821, as an
Jeez.
exile to general indifference. During his second term, George Washington had to deal with a number of rebellions.
So this one is the same.
He
A lot of these are
enraged
very
public opinion
similar.
by building close diplomatic links with Great Britain, which forced him to give up a third
Oh
term
no,
in
that one was
office.
actually,
He
I think, slightly
retired to his
different.
country estate until his death, without being able to implement the
that
annexation
part was
of
the
the
same.
highly coveted Louisiana Territory. His Eminence Piaggi, having successfully accomplished his mission,
Even with the
returned to His
letter?
Holiness the Pope with full
Maybe
honors.
Mortimer never sent it.
Although all his ambitions had become possible, to the stupefaction of his entourage, the cardinal preferred to retire to his Tuscan monastery, far from all
Alright,
political
same
and
thing.
diplomatic commitments.
I'm focused on
Fascinated by
demonology.
the techniques of exorcism and demonology, he dedicated the last years of his life to the study of Inquisition reports.
But this
On
one,
his return to Paris, Peyroux resigned from his posting as judge at the revolutionary courts.
Ah,
withdrew to the
okay,
south
he
of
did. So
France
he
with his daughter
survives. If you end up
until
killing
his death.
Mortimer, he survives.
Nothing more was ever heard of Lord Mortimer. His sudden disappearance was a topic of conversation in the European courts, but only for a few months.
Until the next scandal. But de Richet. Okay, what about de Richet though? So that is really interesting. So after replaying it and finding, so all you had to do to completely change the outcome of the very ending was finding the Azif. That was all it took. And that makes sense. Like it got us closer to him. But let me see. I think I'll just take us to the, I have so many thoughts on this game, you guys. I'm actually, like I said, I was sad to see it end, but I'm actually glad because I think this was a really cool game from a lot of different aspects. No, we're not crazy about graphics, right, or anything. From a storyline perspective, I don't understand why in a lot of aspects they were really in depth about things while being so vague. Like, and I'm trying to sit here and be like, were they setting up for another one? Like, were they, maybe, I actually didn't look it up, but I imagine since this one came out a little bit ago, I think 2018 is what it was. Yeah. I feel like we would have heard if they were doing another one. The way that I picture they could set it up is having the other demonic families. Nothing about myself. Like, you see nothing about de Richet at the end there. You see no conversation about the father. Who the father was the father Elizabeth, and he had in fact killed it. Like when we were lining the people up, it talked about Elizabeth being a male demon and he needed to stand between Mortimer and Home wanted his father and his son near him. So I think that like leaves the viewer, I think it just leaves you to having to assume or just read between the lines that whatever demon was in Elizabeth was in fact our father. I need to remember the dialogue between, like, because there was dialogue that distinctly talked about what was inside of Elizabeth, kind of. And I think maybe we would have gotten more answers had we had talked to Sarah. That was a big mistake in this playthrough, was one, picking the wrong Emily, of course, but two, not being able to stop and talk to our mom or sister. Our sister. Gosh. I would say, I'm like right off the bat, I'm thinking I did have fun. I had a lot of fun, and I'm a history person, so it kind of scratched that itch while having some cool mechanics. I was really impressed with the, like, once you became a demon, they added an additional aspect and some more skills. So I did like, and I liked the leveling up, and that the choice-based stuff is so hard for me. I'm constantly picking the worst things. Overall, though, I'm definitely going to give this game probably like a 7.5 out of 10. As far as like choice-based, it's not the best I've played, but it pleasantly surprised me. I wasn't expecting, I don't really know what I was expecting, but I think it was a fun little game to play. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching my playthrough of The Council. If you guys have any suggestions for future games you would like to would like to see, if I can finish a sentence. If you guys would like to see, definitely comment down below. I'm trying to do more story-based games so that I can actually focus on it. I know that I have the Walking Dead Telltale series in request right now, and I think that's going to be the next one I start. I also have the Batman Telltales too. So lots of Telltales. So I would like to branch out to other games. So if you guys have any suggestions, definitely let me know down below in the comments. And also let me know if you guys were surprised that I got the worst ending off the bat. But they set you up for failure, because in the top right corner that you guys can't see because of the camera, the quest said go confront your father. Said nothing about the Azif, but I guess I just missed that detail. Anyways, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.